Alrighty.
We are back. Playing.
Back with the second matchup.
Yes.
Back with Dragon Shield sleeves. Midnight Blue, as we said in the first game. This is the color that aligns the best with our setup. Everything in the blue tone.
Yeah.
So this time we were a bit lazy, not going for the fancy colors. We will show you the fancy colors next time. We have a bunch of colors to show.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely get an opportunity for that. Head down in the description for our link and our code. If you are looking for some Dragon Shield products, go over there, check it out, and help us with the discount.
If you want.
If you want.
Yeah.
If not, it's fine too. Thanks for tuning in already. We're here with the elephant.
Yes.
This time I'm piloting it.
Exactly. We switched places. We both tested the deck, so there's no issues there. And I really like this pile.
Fair. I do not, because it's much worse than Tifa, I would say. I faced it on MTGO plenty of times with Tifa. Never had a problem. Many people agree to that. I think it's a bit of a fashion deck, to be honest. I see why people like it. I don't know. I wanted to show it, and you wanted to show it too.
Yeah.
Because you bought the cards, and we talked about it on the return from Prague actually.
Yeah.
And yeah, we thought once we can play it on cam, I would personally never touch it for a serious matter. Not even for MTGO League, to be honest. It's okay if you stomp me 2-0 now, but I have a very straight opinion on the deck.
We'll see. I like many of the cards that the deck gets to play.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
There is kind of a simplicity to it, where you're counting to 7 and then you're casting your commander. Sometimes you have protection, sometimes you don't. But
yeah,
you're attacking for lethal damage, and maybe it works and maybe it doesn't. But yeah,
it can do pretty cool things. Most of the time, it doesn't come together, or it doesn't come together in time. That's my experience against the deck. I've seen it on cam, also playing against other things, and I think it's way too hyped.
Okay,
but
we'll see.
We will see.
Yeah.
Maybe some people in the comments will disagree. Very sure about that. We cannot. There can't be like 6,000 subscribers agreeing with everything we say.
Absolutely.
So that's fine. Maybe you've tested the deck yourself and you figured Bitzelberg is talking bullshit. It's way better than you would think, but not from my experience. Maybe it's also because from like Tifa is just always 1 or 2 turns faster. I mean the decks have
turn 2 wins with the deck.
This
we
one
saw when we were testing this.
Yeah,
true. Turn 2 stuff.
But it's also it comes down to who's winning the die roll, of course.
Yeah.
Those matchups are very much die roll dependent.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe I've seen the list adapted a little bit in terms of interaction. There's more interaction these days, but still we have protection spells, blah blah.
Yeah.
We will see.
All right. I'll
try my best to defeat it with the elephant.
Yes. Value pile.
Yeah.
We are still with the die roll without the paper tiger, scissor, lizard, or rock lobster.
This time.
Next time.
Using the pumpkin dice.
An 8, that's pretty good.
It's better than a 6.
And a 6 is worse.
Yeah.
So we will see if this matchup is as die roll dependent as we were saying before.
I wasn't talking about this matchup. I talked about Tifa against
okay.
Mikey.
Okay.
We will see. All right. We will resolve mulligans and get back.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
We are back to round 1.
Yep. I have kept 7, so has Felix.
I speak highly of my elephant. Let's see if I can keep my word.
Yeah. I will start us off by playing a red multiversal passage and a lotus bloom.
Oh. So the lotus bloom is suspended.
With 3 time counters on it.
Yes.
And I'll pass the turn.
All right. Drawing a card. I will start us off with a currency converter.
That's a good card.
Passing a turn. It is indeed. It is.
I will untap.
It's a very good card.
I will draw. I will play a forest. And this ticks down.
Yep. That's fine.
3 visits for a surveil land.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
Alrighty. Drawing a card.
If you want. I will graveyard a red elemental blast, which
You could have kept on top. I will
Yeah.
play a Bloodstained Mire. As far as I know, your deck has nothing to interact with fetching, so I will pass the turn.
Upkeep, tick down the bloom.
Yep.
Draw a card. Play a land. Oh, sorry, no, I won't play a land. I will play a Malevolent Rumble.
Yep, that's okay.
4 cards. I can take a permanent from amongst them. That will be the Urza's Incubator.
That's cool. That's a cool card, actually.
Sadly, actually, no, I can. Okay, since you didn't. Yeah, I think that's fine. I will play the Command Tower.
Yeah.
I will play a Rite of Flame. And cast the Incubator.
Okay.
Name.
Turtle? Turtle.
I'll name Mutant.
Okay. You could also name Turtle, but that's fine.
I could also name Turtle.
I think I don't have turtles in the deck. Now I have a random mutant around the corner. I will search myself a Montaña Nevada.
And activate the currency converter, I'm guessing.
Nope, I have something better to do.
Oh.
I have a Disruptive Flute naming your commander.
That's pretty good.
Da-da-da. It's the Fluty Flute. Calling Raph and Mikey or Mikey and Raph? Whatever. Doesn't really matter. Proceed with a tapped land, and I will pass the turn.
Okay. I will untap. I will attempt to cast the Bloom.
That's fine.
Bloom is cast.
Bloom is here.
I will draw.
This one negates my flute.
Yeah, and I will play a land, fetch for a mountain. And play my commander.
I would like to reprieve your commander. You're fully tapped out, right?
Yes. Yep. Then it's your turn.
I draw a card. Play a land. I'll not yet play a land, but soon playing a land. So this guy costs 10. It's probably nice timing to play the Witch Enchanter, getting rid of your Incubator.
We forgot, it doesn't matter, but we forgot there's a
Eldrazi sign. Yeah, go ahead. That's why I handed you the pile and said don't forget about it, but you were busy surveilling. I think it was. There's definitely one inside. It's a double-sided one. I can, there we go.
Yeah, okay, so this game is probably over.
Most likely.
A little bit too slow. Oh. I'll play a Coalition Relic.
Yep.
And I think that is a bit. Oh, I can do that as well. Yeah, okay. I will shock myself with a Shadow Skull Smashing. Use the Spawn.
Yep.
To cast a Fiery Confluence, doing 2 damage to you and destroying both your artifacts.
Okay. That's not bad.
Then I'll pass the turn.
That is
1 known card in hand. That is my commander.
Yeah. That is not bad indeed. And now I have to find something, right?
I guess, yeah.
I guess so too. I cast the Elephant. And I will uptick it, discarding a Magus. 1, 2, mill. Let's see. Might be tricky.
Tapping the mana, okay.
Or Ghost Vacuum.
Yeah. I have
no creatures.
The 2 creatures that I have in the deck are in the library.
So the Clarion doesn't do anything either. Pass the turn.
I'll put a counter on the Relic.
Yep. And it's removed.
Draw. Then it's removed. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't do that as well. So yeah, I will just cast Raph Mikey.
Yep. Resolves.
And go to combat. Attack. Trigger. This is a long search. There's only 2 creatures in the deck. Felix is not quite dead off of this attack.
No.
He has 4 toughness to block with. There we go.
That's the better target, actually.
World Spine Worm. And these cards go on the bottom in a random order.
Okay.
So I am coming by for lethal damage.
You're attacking me with this one, I guess, right?
I'm attacking you with both my creatures, yeah.
Let me just see. Tapped and attacking, so I assume. Yeah, I have to exile a land to make a token.
Yeah.
And the token and the...
Yeah. So you take 18 damage.
Which enchanter will block here, yeah. Oh, I'm still... Okay, I'm 17.
Still dead.
Yeah. I thought I took the damage from the Fire Conference, okay.
Yeah.
My position is a bit down because your chairs are a bit lower than ours. Usually I can see both life totals. We will go to the second one.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Back.
I've
to 7.
Exactly.
I've kept a reasonable hand.
Okay. We'll see about that. I will start with a Clifftop Retreat, tapped, passing turn.
Okay. I will draw. I will fetch for a forest.
Yep.
And cast a Wild Growth on the forest. Pass the turn.
Fair enough. I will proceed with a mountain. And I will also pass the turn.
Tap. Draw. I think it's fine like this. I will play Rootbound Crag and cast a City of Solitude.
Cannot cast spells in your turn, yeah?
That's right.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
I will discard an eagle.
Yeah.
Then we will proceed to my turn. I will proceed with an Urza's Saga. And cast a 4 for x equals 1.
Okay.
I will attack you for 2.
Take 2.
And I will become the monarch. It's probably over here. Let's see. There we go, that's that. Where's the crown? Can't find the crown. I will draw a card at the end of turn.
Yeah.
You can go.
So if I'm right, that should leave you with 6 cards in hand.
There we go. I'm the monarch. Yep.
Which means I can Jeska's Will to make 6 red mana.
Yep.
And for a 7th one, cast Raph Mikey and attack.
Yeah, and I will
flip a creature.
Either target will kill me
will
because the deck
damage.
plays Emrakul and thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. GG.
These are the
It's
GG.
Yeah, you can off. You can off, but it's like the deck has I think 2 or 3 cards of interaction against this matchup. You had both of those cards in those matchups, and then it works out.
That's the way it has to go.
Yeah, it has to go, but it's it was against the odds.
Yeah,
I would say so. I mean,
and I think that's
we play tested it, and you know that I'm a bit right. I mean, maybe not that the deck is super trash, but the matchup is definitely in favor for the elephant.
Yeah, yeah.
Samuel might be a bit too proud to.
No, I'm not contesting it at all. I just think it's a bit ironic. that you should talk the commander so much when we started. And
It's okay. I've seen,
we're
as I
very
said,
fast, clean 2-0.
I've seen.
and,
That's okay. That's great for editing. You have a fast matchup to watch. I've seen the deck plenty of times. I will stand my ground.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, it's fun. I hope you enjoyed the video somewhat, despite me trash talking it, and Samuel proved it wrong.
Yeah, I think
in this particular case.
I think it's just karma. It's just karma coming to get you.
That's okay. I can deal with that.
So, in conclusion, this is an amazing commander that beats every matchup always, and take it to your tournaments. Win every tournament with it. Fine.
I would definitely not recommend to do that, but that's okay. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. The next matchup will be a bit interactive again.
See you next time.
Bye bye.